Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Nitro Andre Show!
All right. You guys ever heard of this game?
Dude, you're supposed to be telling jokes, not reviewing games.
Why'd the seaman cross the road? I put on the wrong socks this morning.
It's not good.
Hey, Brady.
What?
Do you want a burger?
Yeah, sure, I'll have a burger.
We got a great show for you guys tonight. We got a set. We got Brady. We got this guy. We got plenty of guests lined up tonight. We're gonna be interviewing, plus a musical performance by DJ Fingers. But first and foremost, for you guys watching live, a brand new episode of Nitro Rad right now.
The burger's pretty good.
No, are you? Please, Sonic, what are you doing? So, oh my God, I keep forgetting how just it doesn't work. What are you? Okay, Sonic, please just do what I tell you to. No, not. It never works. It never works. Why does it ever not?
Hey, James, what are you playing?
What does it look like I'm playing?
Why are you so pissed off?
Well, I was hoping to start the Space Station Silicon Valley review today, but they screwed up my order and they mailed me a copy of Sonic Adventure 2 instead.
Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Get it right.
Whatever. What have you been up to?
I just got back from the pawn shop and you wouldn't believe what they had. Malcolm in the Middle on the DS. The DS game.
Brady, there's no Malcolm in the Middle game. It's like my favorite show ever. If there was a game based on it, I would know.
Well, explain this.
What? Let me see that.
Megan?
Megan.
Well, I never thought it would be so simple, but I found a way. I found a way. If you open up your mind, see what's inside.
It's gonna take some time to realize. But if you look inside, I'm sure you'll find. Over your shoulder, you know that I told you I'll always be picking you up when you're down. So just turn
What kept me by surprise? James gets mad over the dumbest things.
Sometimes Brady makes me so mad.
Today, I found a copy of Malcolm in the Middle on DS at a pawn shop. Or so I thought.
Today, Brady came home with Malcolm in the Middle on DS. Everybody knows there's no Malcolm in the Middle game on DS.
How was I supposed to know there was no Malcolm in the Middle game on DS?
It turned out to be Drake and Josh Talent Showdown. I had no idea that was even a thing.
Last year, we played the Game Boy game, but I had no idea that there was a DS game. So once James is done microwaving whatever the hell he's microwaving, we're gonna sit down, we're gonna play it together. We're gonna have a good time.
Well, it can't be any worse than that Cory in the House DS game. That thing was terrible.
Are you almost done in there?
Yeah, I'm coming.
You ready to have some fun, brother?
Let's just get this over with. We even made this thing. Can I see the box?
Oh, of course, it was the same people that made the Game Boy Advance version, Artificial Mind and Movement, currently known as Behavior. It seems like I keep running into these guys on this channel. For those that aren't up to speed, they used to make a lot of licensed games. Nickelodeon is just one of the many companies they did this for, so, of course, with TV show tie-in games being pretty common throughout the mid-2000s, I guess they were hired to make some games based off of Drake and Josh.
Dude, you gotta mention how they changed their name to Behavior because A2M also stands
Brady,
for...
we already mentioned that last year.
Yeah, but I want to say it.
Fine, go for it.
They had to change their name to Behavior Entertainment because A2M stands for Ass to Mouth. Ass to Mouth!
Yep, that is why they changed it.
I guess they were still going by A2M by the time this game came out in, 2007. That's the same year as the Game Boy Advance version. I'm guessing they were probably developed side by side, which doesn't really surprise me actually. It's easy to forget, but the Game Boy Advance was still supported long into the DS's lifespan. A lot of third-party games continue to have Game Boy Advance versions come out alongside the DS version, but even Nintendo themselves still did this too. For example, the first Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, it had a version releasing on both DS and Game Boy Advance. Okay, so a little recap from last year. The Game Boy Advance version of Drake and Josh was this really weird combination of stealth as Drake and then a Link to the Past style block-pushing puzzle segments as Josh. A really weird amalgamation of game mechanics, I know, but hey, they were handed a sitcom and they had to make something out of it, right?
I wonder what this one's even gonna be like.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, that's one thing I do actually like about checking out these weird licensed games, because these games could be literally anything. You have no idea what to expect from them.
That is the truth.
Just like the Game Boy Advance version, it starts out with that classic Drake and Josh back and forth. The artwork is pretty similar to the Game Boy Advance game. They still don't really quite look like the characters, but now we have full body shots instead of just the portraits, so it is a little bit easier to get the gist of each character from their physical proportions. The character models, they look fine, I guess. They're definitely based more so on the cartoon illustrations than they are the actual actors, but they get the job done. I mean, you can't expect too much from a licensed game on DS, right? They definitely don't look too flattering on the odd chance you get a close-up, but for 90% of the game, you got this top-down angle, and from that perspective, it's passable. They explain that there's a talent show going on, and the winners get to be on live TV, so Josh enters to perform his magic tricks, and Drake enters to play with his band, but just before they could go on, this jerk named Travis sabotages Drake by grabbing his band? What do they mean by grabbing them? Like, as in kidnapping them? I guess so, because the first level has you tracking them down and saving them. Kind of a weird way of wording that. This Travis guy is the game's main villain. He's constantly sabotaging Drake and Josh in every way he can. It's kinda interesting how they didn't go with Megan as a villain this time like they did in the Game Boy Advance one, but maybe they didn't want the two games to be too similar. The gameplay is pretty simple. All you really do is just run to each objective. You follow the compass on the bottom screen until you get there. Josh can sneak by enemies by using his innocence. Basically, hold down the A button, Josh puts on his best behavior, and nobody will attack you. It's pretty much the same thing as praying in the original Assassin's Creed. You walk a lot slower, but nobody pays any attention to you. You can also blind enemies by throwing this powder in their faces, and that'll stun them for a little bit so you can get away. This is on your best behavior, Josh. You were just being such a good kid, blinding people in the hallway. What a nice young man. Josh can also perform magic tricks. Well, it's more like a magic trick. It's one trick. You see the exact same animation of him pulling a rabbit out of a hat every single time. But yeah, you only need it for these scripted events where you gotta either impress or distract somebody. You do it by playing this little touchscreen minigame where you trace the path on the bottom screen without touching the borders.
So it's kind of like that irritating stick game on the PS1.
Yeah, kinda actually. You know what, it really reminds me of those old science projects you would do in elementary school where like kids would have the winding copper wire and you had to like feed that hoop through it without touching the sides because that would complete the circuit and then you would, the light would turn on, you would lose.
Yeah, those were not fun at all.
No, they really weren't, so I don't know why they thought it would be fun here.
Drake's objectively better to play as by a mile. Not only does he run way faster, but he can also use a fire extinguisher to trip up enemies, and he's got a water gun he can spray people down with. I don't remember Drake ever using a water gun, though. I know Megan did a couple of times, but Drake definitely didn't. The water gun does have limited ammo, or water I guess, but you can refill it at water fountains, and those are pretty much everywhere. The fire extinguisher and Josh's powder, on the other hand, those ones you have limited amounts of, and you have to rely on item pickups.
So what's even the point of playing as Josh if Drake is so much better?
Well, unlike Drake, Josh can use the compass. This points you in the direction of your current objective, so there actually is a pretty good incentive to switch back and forth. You'll play as Drake to plow through enemies and meet your objectives, and then you'll switch to Josh every time you need to slow down and then regain your bearings. I have to admit, they actually capture the spirit of the show fairly well here. The writing isn't half bad sometimes, and aside from the water gun and maybe the fire extinguisher, the abilities accurately represent the characters. Especially Josh's good behavior being one of his moves. That is pretty clever, I have to admit. And using those iconic arrow graphics for when you switch characters, that was a really nice touch. You even get to play as Megan in some levels, though she is just a clone of Drake, except the sprinting button is replaced with Josh's good behavior move, so I guess she was pretty lazily slapped together. And this combination of moves is definitely accurate to Megan's character, and I do really like that, but functionally, there's not really much point in ever playing as her over Drake, because she's the same as Drake except she can't run. So any segment where you have to play as her instead of Drake, it has the game's pace come to a pretty boring crawl. But yeah, once you get all your bandmates together, it's time to play some music. You get to do this rhythm mini game, but it's not really anything that good. It's just a bad Guitar Hero clone.
So you have to strum the way the arrow's pointing?
No, you can strum however you want, you just gotta hold that direction on the D-pad.
Okay, but what if you're left-handed?
Oh, you can also use the face buttons like that.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm kind of glad that they thought of that.
Yeah, it says you can also tap the notes instead of strumming, but I find that doesn't work half the time. I feel like Beyonce in that Rhythm Heaven commercial.
It's kind of unresponsive. A lot of times I would get sour notes even when I was positive I got the timing right. I mean, like, I'm no stranger to DS rhythm games. I'm pretty good at Elite Beat Agents and Rhythm Heaven, so I really shouldn't be having any trouble with this. I think the touchscreen controls are just bad. So, once you're done with that, you go back into the hallway to do your next objective, which is always the exact same tedious thing. You follow the compass to a character and they give you a key to a door, then you go to another character and they give you another key, and eventually you find the exit. You literally just follow the compass and avoid enemies. That's the entire game, that's all you do. And like, your actual objectives do vary, like this one chapter where Drake and Josh have to sneak into a hotel and steal some uniforms so they can disguise themselves as the staff, and then you break into Travis's room and steal back all the stuff he stole from you. And that sounds exciting, yeah, but they still somehow manage to make it as boring as possible. Every single mission still plays the exact same way. You just walk to the thing, walk to this thing, walk to that thing. All you do is just walk somewhere. It is ridiculously repetitive, even more so than the Game Boy Advance game. At least in that one, you weren't doing the exact same thing every time, but here you kinda are. The most interactivity you're gonna get out of a level is when you have to stop and spray one of these things with a water gun, or do like a touchscreen minigame as Josh, but that's really the extent of it. I guess there's also these trophies you can collect. They're freaking everywhere. They really just slapped them all over the place, didn't they? If you collect 100, your maximum health increases, but that's hardly even helpful at all because the enemies barely do any damage to you. I guess maybe they wanted to make the game easy so kids could play through it. I mean, like, I can't really imagine anybody other than like a naive 6-year-old wanting to buy Drake and Josh for DS.
What are they even doing? You're like,
I think they're supposed to be taking my lunch money. Like, you can see, I think they're coins dropping out of me, but I don't know.
yeah, maybe. But they're like zombies and like money. Oh,
So, after the school and after the hotel, you'll arrive at the final level, the film studio. This is where they're going to televise that talent show thing. There's a running gag where people keep thinking Drake and Josh are these celebrities named Drew and Jerry. So in this level, the enemies aren't bullies, but instead crazed Drew and Jerry fans trying to mob you. Yet later on, the game mentions that the enemies are Travis's goons, but the models are exactly the same. Which one is it? Maybe the big guys are supposed to be Travis's goons and the photographers are the fans? I don't know. It made it seem like they were both fans at first. After Drake and Josh are finally done dealing with Travis, Drake takes the stage to perform none other than the show's iconic theme song.
It's gonna take some time. Dude! I'm trying my best. The controls suck dick.
You ruined it.
And of course, the game ends with Drake and Josh both winning the talent show. Somehow. They didn't perform together, so I don't know how they both won. But yeah, they win and it immediately cuts to the credits. There's no like rising action or climax or anything. It just immediately ends out of nowhere. Special thanks to Dan Schneider.
We don't talk about him anymore.
No,
No.
we do not.
We
No.
don't. No.
So how was that?
Boring.
Better than the Game Boy Advance one?
No, actually, I think the Game Boy Advance one was better.
I mean, like, they're obviously both really mediocre licensed games that were only made for $1 and nothing more, but at least some of the block puzzles in the Game Boy Advance game were kind of fun. Here, you're just running to the goal and avoiding enemies, and that's just not enough to make a game fun.
Now, the real question is this worse than the Cory in the House game?
Dude, you remember how painful that thing was? No, not at all. Like, this game was just boring. It wasn't frustrating. And the writing was decent sometimes, so yeah, definitely still miles better than that terrible Cory in the House game.
Yeah, that thing was bad. So what do you want to do now?
We can go get some pizza. We got pizza last year. Let's go to Subway.
Dude, I don't like Subway.
Well, we can go to... Okay, we'll just get pizza again then.
Mary Brown's.
Mary Brown's.
Mary Brown's.
Mary Brown's.
Mary Brown's!
Hug me, brother. Oh, there's a couch in the way. I'm going to hurt myself. Good call going to that pawn shop. I got Legacy of Kain Defiance, Ape Escape Pumped and Primed, and Perfect Dark Zero for $5. I've always wanted to see how bad that game was.
That you took from me, which I was going to buy.
Well, I didn't know you were gonna buy it.
Yeah, I even said, I was like, $5, I think I'll get that. And you went, oh, I'm gonna get that.
I didn't
And it took
hear
it right
you.
from my hand. And I was like,
put it down first.
it was still in my hand.
You literally put it down and then I picked it up.
Anyways.
What? So what are we gonna do for next April Fools? I mean, we already did both Drake and Josh games. We did Cory in the House. Like, what's even left?
Well, I mean, there's tons of licensed games for Disney and Nickelodeon. I mean, there's the That's So Raven game.
I'm not doing that so right.
Lizzie McGuire 1 and 2.
No.
Lizzie McGuire 2 and 1.
No.
Naked Brothers Band, the band Naked Brothers.
We're not covering Naked Brothers, man.
Okay then, fine. Since you took it from me, how about we review Perfect Dark Zero?
That would actually be a good idea, yeah. Open it up. Megan! Ladies and gentlemen, you know him from Boundary Break. Please welcome to the stage, She Says!
Hey, what's up?
So, tell us about your show. What do you do on your YouTube show?
I run a show called Boundary Break. It's about taking the game's camera basically
Anywhere we want.
anywhere we want. And the whole purpose of the show is to find game discoveries or explain developer techniques that are hidden out of games.
You ever like take the camera and like wiggle it up someone's butthole?
I check every character model from every angle, so there's no discrimination involved. Unfortunately, a lot of that isn't featured on the show, of course.
I mean, like, you could just upload it to Pornhub, the uncut version. Like, the world needs to know how big Solid Snake's PP is.
Yeah, sub to me on Pornhub. It's Boundary Break After Dark.
So why'd you go with She Says?
What? Oh, why did I go with She Says?
Yeah, like, what's that mean? Like, she says she sells by she says sure.
Not quite. I mean, it's kind of like the same idea. But feel free to stop me at any time because it's a bit of a long story. But I needed...
Stop.
There you go.
Oh, fuck. Ow, that's really hot.
All right, so we actually have a sneak peek preview, a clip of the brand new upcoming episode of Boundary Break. Let it roll, guys.
Okay. Wasn't made aware of this. Should I watch it right now? Or?
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to episode 106 of an ongoing series where basically we take the camera wherever we want and we try to find some secrets and new discoveries in some of our favorite games. Today, we're going to be boundary breaking the bathroom. So, without further ado, let's get going. And while we're here, why don't we get a good close-up of the toilet? There's even an unused flushing animation.
Oh, good.
Oh, there's a big log of shit the developers left on the floor. And now you can't really see a whole lot of the character model here, but I was able to uncover an unused peeing animation, so I decided to test it out on this urinal here.
I definitely made this.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to click like, and if you're wondering what I'm doing next week, we'll be boundary breaking my garage, and excitingly enough, we actually have the developer of the garage, my dad. He's going to show us how he coded a lot of the shelves and the motorcycles and stuff in there, so stay tuned, look forward to that, and I'll see you next time. Game on, my friends.
Game on, my friends.
What the hell is that ending? Like, what a lame way to end a video. Like, if I were you, I'd refilm that. That's not.
I know. I got to admit, I hate myself a little bit for that one.
What audience were you even aiming for? Like,
Absolutely Canadians, 100%. It's a market that I'm really trying to get into. It's been tough, but I know that they love their poop and pee quite a bit.
You got us there. So are there any like games that you like can't boundary break because you don't have the technology yet that you would like to do? Like what tell us some of that.
Gears of War is kind of one that's like I can sort of do it, but not to the extent that I would like to, and so I'm not ready to cover it. What is that? An apricot?
Oh, it's just apples.
Oh, that's an apple? What is wrong with your apples, dude?
Oh, they've been sitting on my desk for like 4 days.
Oh, okay.
now statistically, 4 in 7 men play Switch frequently in the bathroom. Do you think that playing more than a half an hour in the bathroom can cause hemorrhoids?
I don't think so.
False! It's scientifically proven that if you have a modified Switch, you cannot get hemorrhoids!
Maybe sever some nerves in your buttocks, but I don't.
You can see my buttocks if you want, baby.
I'm good. That's not a boundary I'm looking to break today.
It's time for Brady's Bombermans.
Okay, so we got Atomic Bomberman. That's pretty good. Saturn Bomberman. That's pretty good too. We got Bomberman DS. Really funky looking art. What's the segment? Bomberman's the same. Dude,
What?
we got a guest.
I know. H Bomber guy, come out.
Hello.
Please stop clapping. Stop, no. Stop it.
What is up, my man, my dude, my dude, my dog, 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 my dude, my dog, my dude dog. How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
So how about them beavers? They still bothering ya?
Someone crocheted this and sent it to me.
Has anybody called you H Beaver guy yet?
All the time. It's incredible. When I was my name is Harry, so in high school everyone called me Harry Potter, and it was really disappointing.
Damn, when I was in elementary school, kids called me James Bond.
Fuck you got the best name.
People used to call me the Brady Bunch. I say to them, the bunch of us are gonna beat the shit out of you.
And we have an exclusive sneak peek preview of the new upcoming episode of H Bomber Guy. Roll the clip! Hi, I'm Harrington Splinby.
Oh fuck.
What was that?
I'm having a lot of fun in Minecraft. Bricks.
It's the ghost of Mike Matei.
It is the most fun you can have playing an act.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. There's no better time than now to finally review A Night in the Woods.
I should do the review because I'm smart and you're dumb.
A Night in the Woods was a video game that was created in
Yeah, a
developed and
video
released
game?
in 1985. It
Fuck.
was created by Mike Matei.
You're killing me.
This game is boring. All you do is walk around and do nothing.
Oh.
Don't you think there's much deeper meaning here, like capitalism and boners and boners for capitalism?
This game is dumb and you are stupid.
Actually, I'm not stupid. I'm very smart. So please don't make fun of me.
You've killed me. I'm dead. Oh shit.
What was that? You heard that too, right, Inspector Gadget, Mike Matei?
Ah!
And we're back with Harry Potter guy.
Yeah, we're back.
I was almost born on a beach.
I was born on Pornhub.
I was conceived on Pornhub, but
Tell us about your Twitter profile picture. Was that like an otter or something?
someone drew me as a ferret, and I thought it was really cool. I'll make this a part of my brand.
Jesus Christ. I got that all over like everything.
So the ferret was the character someone drew for me, and I thought,
It's everywhere.
You're flicking it off me.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, and now it's a major part of my identity, and people ask me if I'm a furry, but I don't really know what a furry is, so I'm.
That wasn't in Donkey Kong.
Yeah, there's critters.
Again with Donkey Kong. We get it. I like Donkey Kong, but you don't see me going around being like, Hagu, and Kongs, and or gay.
I don't really like Donkey Kong 2.
Donkey Kong 2? Do you mean like Donkey Kong Country 2, or do you mean Donkey Kong Jr., which is the second Donkey Kong game?
Donkey Kong 2, the second Donkey Kong. I think he's the weakling in the family. The third and the first I get, but the second, wastrel. It's 3 Donkey Kongs, and they beget each other through sex, which we never are shown.
What the goddamn hell are you talking about? Can somebody get me a glass of water here? Oh, thank you. Right here. I want. Yeah. Thank you. This is fucking Pete!
How do I get to Peach's Castle from here? All right.
Yo, Brady, you need to mow the lawn. Are you listening to me? It's your turn to mow the lawn. Brady, you need to mow the lawn. Turn your game off and mow the lawn. Mow the goddamn lawn right now before I kick your ass, and I'll just turn the game. Brady, I seriously need you to mow the lawn. Like, I've been waiting on you doing it all day. You still haven't done it, and the grass is getting way too long. I did it last time. It's only fair. Are you listening to me? Brady, mow the freaking lawn. You sit on your ass all day when you're playing the game. Oh, Brady, mow the lawn. Brady, mow the lawn. Brady. Please.
Yeah. Where's Peach's Castle?
What the hell is he doing out there? Brady, knock it off with all the ruckus down there. I'm trying to get to sleep.
No, you stop with the ruckus. I'm sick and tired of it. I can't mow in peace. You're like, I'm trying to do my job, and you're all like,
Don't make me come down there.
don't make me come up there.
Don't make me come down there.
Don't make me come up there.
Don't make me come down there.
He was just down here. Oh, where did he go? He was here a minute ago. Who cut the lawn? Did I forget to eat the pizza? Who did this? Did I do this? What's happening? What time does Malcolm? I need some exercise. Did I remember to buy milk and eggs? Where did it all come from? hockey player. Why am I here? I don't Who am I? Why does my ass have 3 cheeks? Can't be real. I need that Sprite sponsorship. It's not real. Where's that damn 4th Chaos Emerald? This isn't happening. How did the grass get this short? Who could have done this?
Where'd Brady go? Ladies and gentlemen, you know him from that Treasure Planet film thesis video that you've seen in your recommended feed a billion times. Please welcome Breadsword.
Hey Nitro Rad, it's your friend and your father and your confidant, Breadsword. I'm so sorry I couldn't make it onto the show. I really wanted to on account of the fact that I said I would, but I'm really under the weather, unfortunately. Broke eye contact with the lens. Shot's over. Just swallowed my own throw up. I'm a little under the weather. I'm okay. But but I hope that the show goes well. What else can I say? Au revoir.
You guest bailed, dude.
Brady, we need another guest. Like, we're live. We need somebody right now. Like bottom of the barrel, anybody. Can we get somebody in here? Can we?
All right. I got to admit, and I'm seeing your set up close and personal now. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'll be honest. I'm kind of impressed.
What?
The thing is, though, I could have sworn I had already seen you do an Eric Andre parody. Maybe I'm way off the cuff here. You may have gotten this question a lot, but is this a re-upload?
Who let this guy in here? Who let this guy in here?
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm getting this entirely mixed up with the time that I did the Eric Andre parody. My apologies, but I gotta say, you ripped that off of me too? That's a whole new load, James. I can't believe you've done this. Did not expect you to take this long to take that from me too. Alright, now listen here, James. You come into this whole YouTube thing with some sort of agenda, right? Oh, I'm gonna become the platformer man. I'm gonna take this entire genre to myself. And then if anyone else with the game on a platformer, then I'm ripping them off, or they're ripping me off. It's a game now, who's ripping who off? That's pretty crazy. And you're the one behind it. You do one video on Punky Skunk, and then suddenly you think you're the hottest thing on the planet. That's wow. That is an entirely new low.
Tell me I'm not a ripoff right now, or the pink bastard gets it!
Okay, first off, watch your language. Second off, if you put your hands on him, so help me. What the f are you doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, our closing musical act, please welcome DJ Fingers Unplugged!
Man, there's like so many more references we gotta do.
What do you mean?
You haven't done like half of the things from the Eric Andre show.
We can still do them. We got, like, how much time we got left?
10 seconds.
Time to deliver a pizza ball!
Hey Nitro Rad, it's me, Craft Punk.
Get out of here!
Goof.
So, why is your name Fingers?
Oh, because they do this.
Is it funnier if I look or don't look?
I think it's funnier if you don't look.
Yeah, it's funnier if you don't look. One more.
That's pretty good.
All right. Cut. Got us there.
All right, so actually, you sent us a sneak preview clip of the upcoming episode of Boundary Break. We're just gonna, yeah, you don't remember? We're gonna just preview that right now for the audience.
Okay.
You want to just?
Wasn't made aware of this. Should I watch it right now?
Yes,
or?
do 3, 2, 1, then click. So I can sync it.
How'd that look? Is that good? Okay, because I'm not doing it again.
Oh, you got it on me! Ah!
Have you ever voiced in a hentai?
No, but I probably.
I want to hear that. We need to hear some Chase Face hentai sounds.
So it's just always the same. It's always a guy being like,
Oh, yeah.
like Link from Zelda, and then when he's done, he goes.
I just realized this mug is gonna be like between all the shots. You're trying to say this mug's gonna move between shots. I didn't mean to knock it the fuck over. Do we have any more paper towel?
Yeah, like
That wasn't in Donkey Kong.
just
Again
could've-
with Donkey Kong, you keep looping it back to Donkey Kong. Dude, no, I like Donkey Kong too, but you don't see, I got 3K rules. You don't see me going, how you doing? Oh, you're Kong and all that.
I don't really like Donkey Kong 2.
Now, statistically, 4 and 7 men play Switch frequently in the bathroom.
That's it. That's the question. It's not even a question. It's just say the fact.
Hey Nitro Rad, should I call you your YouTube name? It feels weird.
What are you doing with a Drake and Josh episode? Okay, sure.
Absolutely.